The astronaut was shocked to discover something trying to crawl out of his eyes. The next moment, a furry tentacle emerged from his nostril. Jack, alone in Jupiter's orbit, was utterly alarmed, but then he felt something else about to come out. This is Alone in Space, the latest sci-fi movie released in 2024. 3 years ago, Earth discovered a strange purple nebula near Jupiter. Jack was ordered to pilot a spacecraft to investigate this nebula, named Chopra. After 189 days of solitary travel, he finally reached Jupiter's orbit, but the ship had already developed many issues. For instance, the toilet's vacuum cleaner often started automatically for no reason. Helpless, Jack could only turn it off again. He then opened the communication channel to the ground. Today was another day for the space agency to accept sponsorship, and Jack had to make an appearance. He sent back images of the nebula, introducing the spectacle he witnessed firsthand to the audience. In another week, he would encounter the nebula's power, perhaps unveiling some of the universe's mysteries. However, after hanging up, the ground control center received bad news. Jack's wife, Annie, was about to send him a farewell video.
I have to leave you. I'm so sorry. It has to be now, but...
This was no small matter. The liaison hurriedly reported to superiors, who also sensed the situation was dire. At this critical moment, how could they let Jack know? A subordinate mentioned that Annie hadn't called Jack for a week, and his mental state was terrible, unable to sleep. The commander temporarily blocked the message, and the liaison prepared to make up an excuse to keep it from Jack. At this moment, Jack called home again, but his wife, separated for half a year, fell silent upon seeing the massive communication capsule. She had already made up her mind. She then drove straight to a location, her belly clearly showing she was about to give birth. At night, Jack was resting, but the enormous nebula outside seemed to portend something about to happen. Suddenly, Jack felt something and opened his eyes, crawling out of his sleeping bag. It turned out the toilet's vacuum had broken again, but after turning it off, he suddenly froze, staring at the mirror. Something seemed to be trying to bore out of his head. It then moved to his nostril and directly shifted to his mouth. Jack forcefully picked at it, only to find it was a dream. However, after Jack recovered, he received a message. He could now test collecting samples from the Chopra Nebula, but the ship's external cameras were almost completely damaged. As Jack prepared to report, the image suddenly began flickering. He then heard a strange, abnormal sound. Jack hurried to check, but upon opening the door, he was instantly shocked.